Hello and thanks again for tuning in to the Mostly Professional podcast. My name is Matthew James French and today we are talking to our guest Jake Moss. We'll be talking about painting, writing, theatre, working overseas, a very special woman named Margi, and growing up. Hope you enjoy and let's get right into it.
So, you do your intro thing.
Welcome back. And we're doing a quick record because we have been talking about upbringing, and I was talking about Jake has, for lack of a better word, he had a difficult upbringing, and I'm saying that from what I've heard, he may or may not say the same thing. Definitely in comparison to me, I've had it pretty fucking easy. But we were talking about perspective, and when Jake was talking about Woodridge and growing up,
my bike being stolen.
Yeah, the bike.
There's shit on the front yard. Someone took a shit on our front yard.
And talking about people that say, I had a tough childhood. And it's been my experience that most people that complain about that usually had it pretty good. And it's because they had it pretty good that they can complain about it. It's a weird dynamic.
It was 14 years ago today. It was July 11, 2005. It was a Monday. My mum literally strangled me in a public car park. Yeah. So it's like, I would have, I wouldn't say who, but I've had friends who've come from good homes and financially secure homes. And their parents wouldn't do anything like that to them. And in high school they'd talk about maybe having it tough or whatever, and I just thought, it's weird because you don't want to assume that they don't. But I was a teenager, and as a teenager, I remember thinking nah.
Yeah.
But maybe there's things I don't know about though.
But how do you? Because even it makes me annoyed to hear it. But how do you feel about? I don't want to turn into some 50-year-old man, but people our age. Anyone in general, but people our age, pulling the "I'm so broke" card. Because it bugs me.
Yeah, you mean when anyone or just older people?
No, when younger people do it. Yeah. I mean, older people do it too, but less.
I don't know. I've never used that as an excuse, especially if we're talking about art. Even
I don't mean your actual growing up. I mean
now. Yeah.
People that are living in okay share houses in Red Hill. And they spent too much on beer, so they say I'm so broke because they can't go to the festival next month. Yeah,
see, whenever I do something, have a book launch or something, there are always people saying they want to come or whatever, but they don't have money. I'm just thinking, well, I don't mind, because it doesn't make a difference to me. I don't care, but I do feel for them in a way, because I'm really? You want to do something, but you don't have money for it? I think that's just being smart financially. It's if you want to, I don't know, I think these days, especially with Centrelink and things, anyone saying I don't have money or I'm too broke to do something they want to do, it's how?
Do you have a budget?
For different projects or what? I have
personal budget.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, not really budget, I'm just not an idiot with money. I had this friend, and he taught me a lot about money. And yeah, money's one of those things that it doesn't matter how much you have. If you're good with what you do have, you can get by. I was telling my mate Danny about this yesterday or today sometime, saying, even when I don't have much money, if it goes in waves or whatever, it never affects my happiness. I'm always doing what I want to do. I'm always I always have food. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, I don't know if I have like an actual budget, but I'm just I don't write shit down like financially, but
Okay.
like I don't waste money.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because I started a budget. Not started a budget. I did the most accurate budget last week, and I've been keeping an eye on it because I've caught myself. I've stopped myself saying that kind of thing from now on, because it's like, no, you're being irresponsible with your money. You're not broke. Because I live comfortably. And most people that say that live relatively comfortably, and they're being irresponsible to some degree. And I'm sure that this is an assumption, you could probably tough it out more than some people who have always had it good.
In Finland, I literally so they gave a part of the deal was that we got breakfast Monday to Friday. Every other meal, I lived off almonds, and Margi will back that up. So that's part of like the budget. Also a health thing. I wanted to lose a bit of fat, but I was like, yeah, like let's live off almonds for a bit. Well, same with I think that's another good thing about how Woodridge growing up like that has influenced me, is that I can do it tough. And for me, I don't even think of it as being tough. Whereas if someone else was like, or like all the other artists that were in Finland were like, are you fucking crazy? You're like living off almonds? They just see me there nibbling almonds. Yeah. And they'd be like, who the fuck is this guy eating almonds? I'm just like, it's just discipline. That's same with like being celibate and different things like that. Discipline has become like a big part of my life, I think. Just having control of like what I do. Like, don't get me wrong, there are still times where like I don't want to say it, but anyway, like
with the control,
I'm not
the
like
discipline can grant freedom.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's good to I suppose same with dieting. How like people have cheat days. Like if you're disciplined, if you have certain control, there can be times where you're like, fuck it, boys, let's get fucked up tonight. Like, let's drink a lot and party.
But that's even like within the bracket. It's like I've planned. The splurge.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, discipline's like a big part of my life, and yeah, if I don't think I've ever done it that tough, except maybe studio days where I literally like had to go to the gym to shower. But yeah, so if I hear other people complain about certain things, again, like I don't want to be that guy, but it's absolutely true that I'm just there thinking, but at the same time I feel really good for them, because like they think they're doing it tough, they have a good life. Like, that's pretty cool. If you think doing it tough is like, oh, I only have $20 to last me for the next week, it's not that bad. Like $20, Coles have 6 frozen meat pies for $3.55. You can literally get like 6 of those. That'll last you a week. You get 6 meat pies a day. Like $20 can easily last you like so long. You know. So yeah, I know. Yeah. See, like and people complain about like not having food or not having this. I'm like, dude, a bag of oats is like what, $1.50, $2 for a big bag of oats. Get that and a 1 liter milk. You're set for breakfast for like a week. Like, and that's like $3, $4.
And it is. I think because it's the sentiment. It's like, I'm not living comfortably enough. It's not. Or like out. It's not taking responsibility in some way, because the people that have been responsible with their money and say, I would love to, but I'm unable to. It's not like they're broke at the moment. They go, I'd like to, but if I'm going to pay for the things I have to do, I have to sacrifice this. And sometimes that means they can't have fun, or sometimes that means they don't eat the highest quality meal or the most enjoyable thing. And that usually is the difference between, the I'm so broke attitude and the, well, not this time because I'm making sure that I'm looking long term. Because with my budget at the moment, there are definitely some things that I can cut down on. And when I went grocery shopping this week, I was like, don't get the fancy one, get the basic one. Don't you don't need this many of this thing because you might not eat it in time, and then it goes off and you're just wasting money and food.
I just realised I said Coles before, I meant Woolies. Woolies have $3.55 meat pies for a 6-pack.
We are sponsored by Woolies. Matt is vegan and does not condone eating meat pies.
Kill the animals.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Get your oats.
I have a story about this if we have much time.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
Okay, so I went hunting last year.
Ooh, okay.
So I went with this. I won't say who they are, how I know them, but I went with
it bow hunting?
No, with this group of guys, lots of guns, and they owned the massive property. And there was this point where I had the gun, and there was a kangaroo there, and okay, I'll skip that bit. There was another bit where this person shot a kangaroo,
right?
And I'm a meat eater. I knew I was gonna eat meat the next day. Like I know I eat meat. And it was this, so I didn't kill it, but it did need to be like chopped up and stuff, just so to preserve it and things like that. And it wasn't just gonna be left there. Like you're gonna use the meat, use the bones, like use everything. So I knew there was this. I didn't want to do it. Like I thought I don't want to chop up a roo. But then at the same time, like, I'd feel like a massive hypocrite. If I'm going to keep eating meat and keep condoning and being a part of the reason why so many animals are killed, then I should probably stop being a fuckwit and just chop this roo up. Because it's kind of like, hey, if you're going to be a part of something, own it. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to eat a Big Mac or I'm going to eat this. And then like, oh, I don't want to hurt a kangaroo and pretend I'm like a saint all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I did. I chopped it up. We got like everything. And it's one of those things where like, if you tell someone this, they'll think horrible things, but they eat meat. So who's the, like, at least I'm not like a hypocrite. Like, you know? And it's like, and well, the animal was already dead, but like, it's just one of those things where it's interesting how like, it wasn't trophy hunting, like it was hunting for food and everything, but it's still just interesting how some people will, again, I haven't been since, I hadn't been before, but it's just that thing where it's like, if I don't do this, like, what does that mean I am? I'm just a massive hypocrite, like, yeah. And yeah, everything was used, the meat was used for eating, the bones were given to the dogs, like it was, yeah. It's just interesting how like I like talking about this with people because they all have different views. Obviously you're vegan, so your views are pretty, I assume, fairly...
But the decision that you made to go forward with it is the decision that I realised I wouldn't be able to or want to do.
And that's totally fair because you're a vegan and stuff. But if you were someone who eats meat every day...
No, that's what I mean. I used to eat meat. When I was a kid, I wanted to work in a butcher shop. Huh?
You didn't? You wanted to though?
I did when I was a kid.
You did?
I wanted.
Oh, you wanted.
When I was a child, I wanted to work in a butcher shop. It wasn't because I wanted to cut up animals, it was because I liked the smell. It's weird. I think it was because of the fucking bleach, honestly.
Fucking sicko.
Weird. I was the one that convinced my mum to buy liver and kidneys and try all these organ meats and offal. When my Polish nana came to Queensland for the first time in years, probably decades, I was like, Nana, can you cook rabbit for me? Because there's like a traditional Polish rabbit thing. So like, she did that. And I, at one point, was like, I'm going to try every edible animal that there is. It was years ago. And now I'm kind of the complete opposite. But when I have thought about that thing of, if I'm going to eat it, I should be able to kill it. And I go, I don't want to kill it. And I'm like, well, then I've got no justification to do that.
There we go. But because I knew I'm going to eat meat, it's like...
And you decided yes, and I decided no.
Yeah,
but we made both sides.
We made the decision though. Where people, because there have been people who've like tried to give me stuff about doing that, but I'm like, we're eating meat right now. Like, you know, you're eating meat. You know, it's just facing the reality of this is it. This is what happens. And shooting an animal in the head and it dies instantly. I can only assume that's better than all these horrible stories you hear about how they're tortured and shit, and now they're like cut up alive and whatever you hear about from Peter? Is that he said? Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting just talking about and hearing people's views, and yeah, I'm fine with being a lot of things, but I don't want to be a hypocrite. So if I ever think this is a bit hypocritical of me to think this, I try and work that out.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Because I've had the same thing on my side of like, should I have gotten rid of my leather jacket that I had from 10 years ago? Should I have donated that? I have it. I know what it's made of. And I'm hesitant to wear it for like the thought of, does this promote it? But in other regards, I think about, should I be driving? Is me driving around burning fossil fuels? Is that hypocritical of me? All these kinds of things. And I can talk to you, and I respect the thought that you've actually given the decisions that you make. I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to go, well, have you even thought about it? Because you have. And I have more respect for that than someone that's just going, oh, it's what I've always done. Or some absent-minded. Because with people that change their diet or move countries or do something significant, you want to know that they've actually thought about it. And if the reason is, I don't know, or it's what I've always done, it's like, it just doesn't seem like a real decision. It's absent-minded. Like people that decide to join or unfollow a religion or make a massive diet shift, there's a level of respect I have for that, of like, that was a decision that took a lot of consideration. It wasn't just, I felt like it.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, if they stick to it.
And it's also like,
if they're honest.
It's also like choosing an identity as well.
Yeah.
It's like, you do want to identify as being like religious, or like, because you have to do it fully, going to church and all that. Like, yes, someone's not going to just become religious, like actually become religious if they haven't thought a lot about it.
Yeah. Unless they're just doing it in the most shallow, like label kind of way.
They're not really doing it then, are they?
Exactly. And it's and I think it even has the same carryover to being an artist of some degree. Like you say, I'm a writer. Okay, what do you write? Well, I'm thinking about it. It's like, I don't know if you should be...
It's weird because I don't want to be really negative and stuff, but at the same time I could talk forever about that shit.
Yeah.
About people. But then that's again another type of person that I feel sorry for in a way, because like, oh, that's sad. Like, oh, I'm this or I'm that. It's like, oh, what have you done? Oh, well, like you said, oh, well, yeah, I'm thinking, it's like, oh, poor person, like, they're not even what they think they are.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're a writer, you don't write, like, it's sad, like, I can't imagine being like that. It's, like, horrible for the ego, and horrible for, like, self-worth and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost, it can be like a trapped inside another... Like, I'm a writer trapped inside an office worker's body. Like, sometimes that's the reality of it.
People say shit like that.
Oh, I've never heard that that exact phrasing. But there are people that are like, I'm afraid to take the leap to do something. And some people are just lazy.
Yeah, there's some people within what we're talking about now. Some of them I feel sorry for, and some of them I just don't. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever done this, but like, there are some acting resume things, like on Showcast, for example, that I have. So on that, it has all my credits and my training and things like that, and it has the special skills area.
Some people tick all of them.
And some people tick all of them. They're like, yeah, I juggled once.
That's fucked.
It's like, we've all juggled once. Are you a juggler? Like, well, I've thought about juggling. That can translate over to so many things. And I think it often comes down to fear or laziness.
I think it's one of those things where people just don't want to miss an opportunity. Where if they get an audition they need joggle for, they'll think, fuck it, I'll learn how to joggle in a day. So they just don't want to miss an opportunity. Actually, I don't know if I was talking to Ben Parkinson about this. I think I was. Maybe I was a bit on the piss. But I think it was him who was telling me about something about riding a horse, and then he would get people in and then they had to learn how to ride a horse or something like that. Like, they'd tick the thing saying they can ride a horse, and then, they couldn't. I think it was him, yeah. Yeah, people just tick boxes they can't actually do. It would be really weird when they get to, like, the audition or something and they can't do it. It's, like, just cringy.
Yeah. Thanks again for listening to the Mostly Professional podcast. My name is Matthew James French. If you'd like this and would like to support the podcast, please like and subscribe to the channel and follow me on the various social medias, which are linked in the description. My guests' details are there as well. Please feel free to leave a comment or any feedback below, share with your friends, and tune in next time. I really appreciate you listening. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.